was that crazy. And I want you, I know it sounds preposterous, man, it's gonna hurt. It doesn't matter. It won't matter 5 years from now, it won't matter the day after the race, because it's worth it. It's worth it for you guys to bump up to that next level. That's the difference between a good race and a great race. And it doesn't matter if it's in high school, or if it's in college, or if it's a marathon, or if it's a test or homework that you've got to do somewhere along the line. This is a life. This is really a life application. There's no pain at stake. And that mentally you have to decide that I'm going to run as fast as I can. And nobody, not even my mind, is going to stop me from doing that. And I guess that concludes the speech.
All right, I came in at the very end. All right, give a round of applause. I have a quick story to tell about Sam, since he's talking about the state meet. The picture right there was the old side of Downs, which you know that we're going to a different place now, Samuel.
I had a picture of it.
Yeah. Oh, did you have a picture of it?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a new place. So obviously new experiences, new racing keys that we're going to be talking about, and we'll go over that on Friday when we get on the course, because I'm as fresh to the idea of running there as you guys are. So we're going to get down there and have an idea of what's going to happen. Quick story about Sam. Sam going into the state meet. I can honestly tell him this now, since it's not at that point anymore. Going into the state meet, my goals for him were to be in the top 50, right? Because he was running well, but it was just one of those years where there were studs everywhere, and you were going to have to run some ungodly time to be top 25. Because the year before, Vince was 30. I think Vince was 35th, and ran 16:41. Yeah, and then we went from D3, Vince ran 16:41 and was 35th, and then we changed to Division 2 the next year. Sam comes in and was having a great year, had a great junior year. Probably didn't end his junior year like he wanted to the last couple races, but he used that as fuel and as fire for his summer. We had a great summer. Going into the state meet, I said if he could be top 50, and you know, I had a time goal, but Sam can tell you that on that day, and so can Kelsey. On that day, it was windy. It was windy.
Up to 30, maybe?
Yeah, up to 30 to 35 mile an hour winds that day, right? And I thought Sam, the time doesn't show it. Well, like I've told you guys all week, I don't care about time at this point. Okay, John Brown, if you would have told me before the race, you're going to run 17:57 and win it, I would have said great. That was awesome. I was like, I don't care if you run. What did I tell you in the warm up? I don't care if you run 18 minutes as long as you're in the top 10. That's exactly what I told you, didn't I? Okay, so it's all about time at this point. Well, anyway, Sam, I think he ran 17:01 or 02 or something like that at the state meet, but he was 32nd, okay, 32nd in the state meet, and he was 41st, or 42nd, I think, maybe 42nd, coming into the stadium, okay, and his kick, the last 300 meters, was the most hellacious kick I've ever seen in my life, all right, into the wind. I mean, he is flying by people like they're standing still. I mean, they're fighting the wind, and Sam was just flying. He passes Masterson from Marlington, who had beat him all year.
Guys that
Guys he'd never beat before in his life. He's just flying by. And it was one of those things where he added up on the board there when I came in. That was good timing. There was no pain at the state meet. He knew that was it. He knew that there was no more racing after that. He knew that it was his last race in the Sandy Valley cross country uniform. He knew it was his last cross country race he was ever going to run. So he let it all hang out. And he said, I don't care how bad this hurts. This is a mindset right now. And obviously he finished in a blaze. I remember still running across the field, and I'm going, oh my gosh, he's flying. You know, I'm yelling at people or whatever. And you came in. So that's one thing to realize for you as a senior. Okay, you can let it all hang out. At this point, you're not going to be like, oh yeah, Kelsey Cogan, she finished this last year, and she's coming back this. You don't have to come back as anything. You get to go run one time, it's over, and you're done. Okay, and it's a great experience for you because it's a new place. Okay, you get to experience a new state meet. You went out with the old, and now you're in with the new. And for you, this is, like there was up there, icing on the cake. You had a great race at regionals, regional champion, first regional champion in Carrollton school history, and now you get a chance to go and try to be an All-Ohioan as a freshman. All right, and that should be your goal for right now. But understand, this is an experience for you. You know, so next year when you come back down, you're going to be more experienced, and then the next year, and the next year, and so on and so forth. All right, so just kind of take all. I didn't get to see or hear what Sam was talking about, but having coached him for 4 years. I'm sure it was all very good. I probably would have had a little bit of deja vu going, I think I told him that before. But that is, I'm sure that he did a great job in telling you about what to really focus on. And the last thing I'll tell you guys in terms of the meeting is, a couple years ago I watched a thing, and I think I may have shared it with you, your senior year, about Michael Phelps and his coach, and he talked about, and I've told you before, about you can tell how nervous an athlete is before the race just by trying to give him a high five. Okay, because if you try to give an athlete a high five and they can't even do that simple motor skill because they're so anxious and they're so nervous, that kind of spells trouble. Okay, so you really want to focus in big meets like this or big races. You want to focus on the little things. Focus on doing what you've done all year. You know, I'm going to run the first 800. I'm going to be relaxed. I'm going to move to the mile, and I'm going to hit the mile at this point. Focus on those little intrinsic segments rather than, oh my God, the state meet, I got to run. Okay, don't think of it like that. Think of, all right, I'm going to get out smart. I'm going to get to the outside. Then I'm going to get to the mile. Then I'm going to do this. Okay, break it down into pieces so that it's not this big complex picture. It's a small individual steps that you're going to take along the way. Right? And just focus on those little things. You're going to have enough motivation. You're going to have enough inspiration. You're going to have enough guts to be able to run well at state meet. It's just natural. Okay? You got to be able to focus on those small things. All right? Tomorrow, when we go over the course, I'll be very in depth. I was going to let you guys go through the course.